Hey, it's Lily. Today I'll be sharing with you my strategy for how to draw more, create more art in 2023. And I'll be drawing my betta fish, Marmalade. He's a tangerine koi. And if you missed my last video, I drew Fenton, my other betta fish, the purple one in the top left. So give that video a watch if you want to follow along with drawing another betta fish, or if you're interested in hearing why I've been spending 6 weeks this year without really any cell service or Wi-Fi. And I'll be talking more about also how that is filtering in with some of my drawing goals. But I hope everyone's week is going well so far. Mine is going well, but I've been really busy with field work, so once again I haven't really drawn more than one day, which I guess kind of gets right into my first art goal for 2023, which is to try to draw daily, which, like I say, so far I'm very far from that goal, but I'm not really. So kind of January being my start date, it's going to be March for most of my goals, just because I was in like kind of fully immersive field work the first January and February of 2023. So I did what I could, but it wasn't really possible to get a routine down because things were changing all the time, and I was in the field working for like 11 hours a day, which by the time you eat, but not a lot of time for drawing. So my first goal is to try to draw daily. Just try to get myself to show up and put something in my sketchbook every day. I think it'll help me build momentum, and then also, I just want to spend more time drawing, and I think the easiest place to start is with my sketchbook. And how many, I don't know, like share in the comments if this happens to you too. Like I'll have like a Saturday or something where I'm like, all right, I won't expect myself really to get any schoolwork done or anything, so I just want to spend a couple hours drawing. But then I wake up and I'm like, oh well, I should probably run and shower first, and then I get back and I make breakfast, and then I'm thinking, well, I also probably should clean my room a little bit first, and then I do that, and then I check some emails that were left over from the week. And then I'm like, oh, it's lunch. And then here I am, it's like 2 p.m. and I've just been like doing stuff around the house all day. I don't know, I don't understand why I put it off, because it's something I really want to do and I'm excited about it. But I think part of it maybe is like expecting like too much. There's kind of like two things. There's one, like me wanting to get all my stuff done before I start my hobbies, and then there's also two where like I think maybe part of it is like I put off drawing because I want something good to come out of it when I do it. So I'm like, oh, I don't feel quite enough creative right now, or like I don't want to like try to figure out what to draw, so like I put it off, and I'm like, okay, well, I know I need to like do laundry now, so I'll do that and then I'll draw later, because it's easier, to do some like concrete things. But I mean, it's like a sketchbook is supposed to be exploratory. It's just supposed to be fun. So like, I'm going to be trying to draw it every day, which should maybe like demystify it a little bit. Like I'm not expecting myself to do like a full like 2-hour piece or something. Like it's just a sketchbook, and I can work on stuff however many days it takes. And if it doesn't turn out how I want it to, like I can start something new the next day, like not like a really big commitment. Starting this year, since I'm aware of that, and I tried to draw more last semester, and I did more, but it wasn't like a habit. It was still pretty sporadic. So I think, what I'm going to do in starting March for 2023 is I'm going to just draw 15-20 minutes. I'm thinking in the morning, just because like I think starting like my day off drawing will just be like a good start to the day. But I'm hoping in drawing every day, it'll also hopefully like let myself be like more experimental. And I have like some art supplies I'm excited to try, and also like just different styles that I want to explore. I hope like these two will kind of like feed off each other, of like not expecting so much from like every drawing, because most drawings will not be perfect, no drawings will be perfect, but they won't always turn out how you want. So between expecting, giving myself just a little bit more grace and flexibility for what I actually end up drawing, and then also just drawing every day, so then there's not so much pressure like on like, oh, like if I only gotta draw Saturday that day, I'm like, I really want to like make it count. But if I'm doing it every day, then I think it'll help those two things like kind of feed off of each other. And then the second goal for 2023 is I want to try do, and so far like I pretty much, my style has always been like one, like each page kind of is its own like thing. Like I have a certain animal subject I want to draw, so I do that, and then I move on to something completely different, and each style is kind of a little bit more unique to just each page. But in 2023, my second main goal is to try to do some like series. I think it'll allow me to be just a little bit more stylistic and creative, and hopefully also get like a good flow going if I end up really liking how some of my layouts are going. The first one I think I'm going to start with is, I kind of started already like last year, but doing kind of animal studies. So two spreads, like one was of elephants and one was of zebras, where I did like just pretty like rough quick captures, like pencil captures just of the animal in different poses. And then I picked like one where I put, they're mostly like sunset silhouettes, so the two I did was just like a black silhouette and then with like a bright orange, and I really liked how those two turned out, and I wanted to do more animals like that. So I'm working on one for owls right now. And instead of like doing the sunset silhouette with orange, like I think I'll put them kind of like with a blue like starry night sky. The idea has been mulling over in my head since I started those last spring, and I'm ready to actually commit and do that. So I'm going to start off with those ones since I'm a little already invested in it, and then see like what other type of series that I want to do. Yeah, so I'm just going to stick with those two goals, which like two's not too many, but they're both pretty big, and I kind of like set these up in a like kind of as a focusing on like fundamental drawing habits, because I don't know, for me sometimes like it's kind of like art block or like lack of motivation, a mix of them I've been struggling with lately. And I think approaching it like this, instead of having like specific goals, by having these two goals of drawing every day and kind of letting myself get more deeply involved with a particular type of drawing, like a series where I can really get into it. I think those two things will just set me up to accomplish other things that I want, but by focusing on just giving myself the time and the kind of excitement to be working on a project, I hope will kind of carry me through and bring other things that I just haven't given myself the opportunity these last couple of years to like even have the time to be doing what I wish I was doing, like art-wise. So I'm really excited, and I'm ready to dedicate myself to these. Yeah, and I'd also be interested, I guess, too, in hearing if you guys have any art resolutions or goals for yourself this upcoming year, because I'm interested, in like hearing how you guys motivate yourselves and like what you're looking to accomplish, and we hopefully can share in our similar dedication and hold each other accountable together, which I think is one thing that posting art on social media really has helped, and I really enjoyed it this last year since I started last spring. Yeah, so that's all I had for my goals for now. I'll keep you guys updated on how they actually go, and otherwise enjoy the rest of this process video for drawing Marmalade. I really loved coloring in his fins, and I'm filling out the bottom of the sketchbook page right now with my Cory catfish, so I'm not sure when I'll get those completed, but hopefully there'll be a video with that soon, and then I'll have all of my little fish friends on a sketchbook page together. But yeah, I'll just turn up the music. I hope you guys enjoyed following along as I drew my betta fish. I really enjoyed drawing him. And yeah, I guess see you next time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.